What's up? What's up? And welcome to the Arthur Moats Experience. I'm Arthur Moats here. You know what time it is. Shout out to all of yins out there, man. Yeah. And shout out to the flexibility as well. Whew. Some of y'all saw the original start time for the day. Might have been like 3 o'clock. Then that thing turned to like 3:45. All right. But eventually we got it going. All right. So shout out to this 6 p.m. start time for today. And we will just call this the DMV episode. All right. Shout out to the DMV, man. I'm a big fan, especially when it all goes right. Whoo, child, but it can take a while. It can for sure take a while. So obviously, your boy had a little daddy-daughter time today, man. Shout out to my bugs. You know what I mean? Made her way home from college for a quick little DMV trip, or so we thought. So we thought. Yeah, not so fast, my friend. So obviously, what turned into, what was going to be like a 20-minute thing, turned into about a 3.5-hour thing. But nonetheless, we back. We made it. And everything went well. Yeah, shout out to DMV, man. So we do like that part. But yes, that is why we got the little bit later time tonight. But man, you talk about funny. You just got to watch people in the DMV, man. All right. As I was in there for them 3 hours, I'm looking around. I'm like, ooh, that person's getting pissed. Ooh, that person forgot something. Ooh, yeah. They in the dogfight like me. They trying to stay positive and wait it out. Yeah. It was definitely one of them vibes today. Definitely one of those vibes today. But either way, I got to hang with my oldest, my little college boo. Got to hang with her for a little while. So all is well. But we here now, we back. So we got plenty to talk about because it is officially game week. You know, we got plenty of content dropping, right? Been dropping all week, as you already know. Shout out to some of y'all that were on the live stream with me and Tanisha on Tuesday as well, where we kind of got a chance to kick off the week following Labor Day, man. So shout out to everybody that did watch that. Keep liking that up as well, man. Subscribing to both channels also, man. So always appreciate that love. Shoot, me and Mark Bergen, man. Obviously, man, me and him been dropping a lot of content, man. We got some fun stuff planned, man, coming up this season. Got something pretty dope later on in the week as well. Potential with me and Mark, man, and a special guest. All right. So definitely want to tap in on that. And we know he'll have like I said, some more videos from Mark coming over later in the week as well. Now for my members, shout out to the members. All the members out there, man, give yourselves a pat on the back one time for the culture. If you know, you know. And if you're not a member, teach their own. But, some of those film sessions, man, that we have been dropping on the channel, we've been doing 2 versions of them. We've been doing the, condensed version for the general public, or as y'all like to call it, the lower room. And then we're giving the extended versions to the upper room, along with some cool, candid behind the scenes type of footage, man. Yesterday had me down there at the big office for work, get a chance to drop some content out there, man. So it was pretty cool to see some of y'all getting a chance to tap in on that, man. But like I said, man, always appreciate y'all, man, supporting the channel, supporting me, man, and just supporting the vibes that we create here, man. So like I said, man, never take that for granted, man. Definitely appreciate each and every one of you all, man. And like I said, we still got more stuff coming for those members, man. Like I said, man, really want to put a little bit more focus on them just because of how long I've been supporting it. Like I said, I've been dropping the ball for a while, so I got it now. All right. So we back. All right. Today, usually we have TG on, but we know, man, TG is in the heart of the season, right? They had their first game last week, man, a little tough night versus Towson, but they bouncing back this week, man, versus Virginia State. So shout out to Norfolk State University taking on Virginia State this weekend, but TG not gonna get him this week, man. My man is in the lab, man. He grinding. Shout out to my dog, though. All right. Shout out to my dog. So like I said, man, we are going to have some fun with that, man. But like I said, man, we will see how the show progresses and how we get, where we get to towards the back end of it as well, man. But for me, man, super excited, man, to finally get this game week going. And y'all see my t-shirt? Yeah, we did a day this weekend, man. We went out there and caught them Savannah Bananas. Yo, them dudes are wild. I don't know if y'all ever seen the Savannah Bananas in person. Definitely recommend, though. Holy smokes, man. An absolute blast for all parties involved, man. Pops, wifey, the kids. It was a blast, man, between the music, the dancing, the pace of play also. was like, yo, it only took 2 hours for all this to happen. It was a concert in here. It was some flash mob dancing, man, all type of chaos, man. I seen a baby racing, everything, all within 2 hours. I'm like, yo, MOB, what's the issue, baby? What's the hold up? Why it take so much longer to watch a baseball game, man? Come on, man. Come on. So, like I said, man, shout out to the Savannah Bananas, though, man. Like I said, definitely was a fun time, man, tapping in and checking them out over the weekend. But before we get too far into this thing, man, y'all obviously know what we got to do today, all right? So let's tap in. All right. You see the logo, baby. You know what that means. Today's show is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, only the top-rated sports booking app in all of North America. I mean, we talking about safe, secure, and reliable, man. And what better time to get involved with DraftKings than right now? Because the NFL season is back, baby. Your favorite team or teams, depending on who you are back in action. And what better way to watch it than to add a little, personal incentives to the experience, baby. But we already know whenever we talking about DraftKings, we come bearing gifts. So for my new customers, I'm looking at you. I'm talking to you, that newbie, that first timer. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, and when you do that, you make your first bet $5. You're going to get $300 instantly in bonus bets, along with $200 off of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. I mean, what are we talking about, baby? You don't want to miss this. You do not want to miss this. The promo code is right there. It is Moats. But we also know that sometimes you get lost in the sauce, man. It might create a gambling problem. And if that's the case, and you live in, New York, it's a number that you could text. But for everybody else, the digits to dial are 1-800-GAMBLER. I said 1-800-GAMBLER. I said you better call 1-800 Alrighty. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. Now I'm back to regularly scheduled programming, huh? Y'all know the drill. Drop it in the comment section where you are tuning in from, so that way I can give you that big boy shout out to start the day's show. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you new to the channel, baby. You know what we on, man. And I know y'all was digging my electric vocals and how I was singing it. Hey, man, let me see what the congregation got to say about the boy today, man. Let me see. Okay, Sequoia Harris showing love with that 1-800-GAMBLER. You know what we on. Wing Dog said, yo, you need to hire a singer. No, I don't, man. I got skills, man. That's why they calling me Lofa Vandross. Shout out. My man Wing Dog said, nope, that was amazing. No, you said it was terrible. It was amazing. Corey Hewers know what time I'm on. Luther Moats. Y'all heard the y'all know what I'm on, man. Stop playing with me, man. But let's get these shout outs popping and percolating, man. We got the homie Rod Dollars in the building. Salute to you, man, in the 330 Youngstown, Ohio. Mr. Chevrolet, baby. You know it's a show now that you hear. Let's tap in the Cookie Monster in the 60 Reading, PA. Shout out to Reading, PA. Of course, it's a party when the 757 show up. DJ Lundy all the way in Norfolk. VA, a.k.a. The Crib. All right. Definitely got love for anybody in the 75. Lamont Curry, all the way in Trenton, South Carolina. The 803. Shout out to South Carolina. Shout out to Lenoris Sellers. All right. Anything South Carolina related, that's all I'm thinking about. Lenoris Sellers. Can't wait to watch him again. Oh, yeah, he's on my list now. He's on my high list. I'm like, yo, I like this kid. I like what I'm seeing. At least last week versus Tech, we'll see what it looks like, going forward, all right? But shout out. And I do got you corrected, Cookie Monster 610. We good on that. Treen all the way out there in Alliance, Ohio. The 330, baby. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Let's see. Sequoia Harris all the way in the 718, Bronx, New York. This is just a promotion. Shout out to the promotion then. We like promotions. We always celebrate promotions, baby. That's like bag alert, major bag alert. So salute to you on promotion, if that is what you have, if I'm interpreting that the right way. All right, but it says moving on up to the east side. Heck yeah, man. Love to see that, man. Okay, we got somebody. Oh, Boom Man. Shout out to Boom Man all the way down to the 318 Shreveport, Louisiana, aka the Boat. You know what it is. You know what it is. Oh, I was waiting on you, Wendy. I had to push the show back a couple of hours because I said, you know what, Wendy might be in traffic right now, and I don't want to start the show just yet. All right, because I know y'all out there in the 562, Long Beach, California, the LBC. Shout out. And then let's see. Oh man, y'all in here. All right. Well, of course, we got the yay area. Shout out to my hyphy. I mean, it's the late night, you know what I'm saying? Like the DMV really DMV'd me, all right? So it is what it is. So I'm a little hype right now, all right? I'm just glad to be out there in a comfy chair now, you know, not having to sit here and act like I'm on my best behavior. Don't look at my phone. Don't make eye contact, but don't talk too loud because the DMV, it's like I'm out there now, all right? So I could just have fun. I just want to have fun, all right? That's all I want to do. Jeez. All right. But let's see. Oh, shout out. Ron Owens. What's up, baby? Appreciate you being here today, man. All the way out in Southwest Missouri. The 417, baby. Nothing but love out there. Let's get it. Hopefully everybody is enjoying themselves. And if you are, you already know the drill. Hit the like button. One time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Like I said, man, we got a lot, man, that we're going to be discussing, man, because we had a person get new money over the weekend, man. So I do want to take some time to talk a little bit more about Jaylen Warren's contract. We officially have the final NFL top 100 rankings and all that stuff done, man. So I do want to just, acknowledge what my man TJ is on the list and just talk about that. Then we had a little bit of roster moving and shaking the past couple days. All right. So got to talk about some of that. And then I'm hopeful on the back end of this thing, we might play a little phone game. All right. Might have a little bit of that since, the season is like a couple days away from officially starting. Okay. Just throwing it out there. All right. But let's get it, man. Alrighty. So to spark us off, man, we do got to talk about the homie Jaylen Warren, aka No Money, because he did go out there and get the bag. All right. We obviously did the reaction video to that the other day, man. Appreciate a lot of y'all already tapping into that. But for those that don't know, man, he did receive a contract extension, 2 additional years on top of the tendered year that he had already signed for this season. So the total guarantees or the total amount of money that he's going to receive throughout the duration of the contract is $17.5 million over the next 3 years. That first year, this year right here, he will be receiving $7 million. So it's about $1.5 million increase from the restricted free agent tender that he had already signed earlier this offseason that would have had him playing for this season regardless. All right. So that is the good part, man. He does get a little bit of a bump this year, but we obviously know next year is where he gets the big increases, man, in terms of $7 million and then, in terms of the $12 million in guarantees, etc. So that is the cool part with Jaylen Warren's contract. In terms of the damage it does, from my perception or from my perspective, I don't see a lot of negative to this deal. Obviously, the things that we think of when we're talking about Jaylen Warren, we know he's an explosive home run hitting type of back that also has high level receiving ability out the backfield, and we know that he can block. Right, we've seen him pass block at a extremely high level, putting some of some pretty significant names on their backside, man, when he's had to step up in there like that. So I do like that, man. But when we're talking about Jaylen Warren, man, just a complete dude, man, got it out the mud, right? You're talking about an undrafted guy, had to work multiple colleges, multiple transfers and stuff like that to get here. And then we obviously know him signing as an undrafted free agent while we still had Najee Harris as our first round running back. And he still found ways to not just carve out a role. I mean, he was taking snaps from Najee sometimes. It was plenty of times a lot of us came on the show and we talked about just the overall impact that Jaylen was having and why we thought, he should receive more opportunities. And we obviously understand where some of the limitations presented themselves in terms of why we had to roll some of that back at times, right? In terms of availability, because he did have some of that, and then obviously the ball security stuff. We say, hey, man, we want to make sure you keeping that ball where it needs to be. But as a whole, it's like, man, when you're watching, how Jaylen runs the football, he runs extremely violent. He is, super exciting to watch because of that. Even though he is a short guy, he's not a small guy. And I think we see that with just the power that he has when he's exploding through some of these guys trying to tackle him, man. There's plenty of clips out there on the internet. I know the one I recently saw was, I think it was Steelers Depot Shot. That I did want to give them credit because they do an awesome job, man, as well, man, in terms of just the content, man, and obviously the journalistic part of it as well. But man, they had a play. I want to say it was them, man. Jaylen Warren, man. Obviously, when they played the Raiders last year, man, Spillane trying to get a tackle on him, man. He thumps him pretty nice. And just like I said, it's rare, man. You hardly ever see Spillane not having the knockback type vibe, right? But that's a Jaylen Warren type of element. Like I said, shout out to them for pulling up the play for us on that, man. But that's him. Obviously, we know what he did in Seattle when it was him and Najee versus, was it Devin Bush and Bobby Wagner? That was insane. We're like, God, dog, man. We got a nice tandem right here, man. But that's been Jaylen Warren. That's his development throughout the years for us. And it's a big reason why we feel so confident in him, in his abilities, man. And I think that's why the Steelers decided to pay him. I mean, you think about it. We've offered contracts to other running backs, right? In terms of L. Bell. And we know we were doing some, negotiations with some of the other guys. But as a whole, it's like we ain't re-signed any of them, right? It's the first one in 20 years, they're saying. That's kind of crazy when you really factor it in, man. I think Willie Parker was the one, was the last one prior to Jaylen Warren. So regardless of all the little details that have taken place in between, the fact is it's been near 20 years, man. So for Jaylen Warren to be that guy to finally, get that second contract with the black and gold, man, to me, I think that's impressive and another reason to tip our cap to him. But that's how he is, man. And he's not just the dude that does it on the field. He's a good off the field as well, man. I know for me personally, man, all the interactions I've had, even when I see him out in the community at different community events that I'm at, I'm like, if I'm here, all right, I'm the community guy. I know I do. But when I see some of the other guys out there, it's like, man, that's really refreshing. And Jaylen Warren is one of those guys you see out there, man. So for me, man, I just think that that's a guy that is really modeling, that Steeler way the right way. And I think that it's important that we don't take it for granted, man, because we obviously know not all players have his temperament. Not all players have his selflessness either, man. Some people, they want it their way and they don't have that type of patience. And we don't fault them for that because, like I said, man, when you are in the heart of your career, and that's what these guys are in right now, they're in the heart of it. They're trying to get as much as they can from a success standpoint, from a monetization standpoint, from a branding standpoint. You only get one real opportunity at this level, right? So I can't fault some of those guys that do take a little bit more of a, rigid type of approach to their perspective, but it's just really refreshing when you see the Jaylen Warrens of the world who take more of a team first approach. It's not always what I want. It's what helps us be better first. And then, he kind of gets his after that. And I think that was also reflective of just the nature of this contract extension. How many of us heard a lot of noise around this deal, man? Right? We obviously know he signed his restricted free agent tender, but how many of us really knew that he was even trying to get a new deal done? Right? I was under the impression personally, because I hadn't even thought of it again once he signed his tender. I'm like, oh, most of the dudes that want new deals, they don't sign the tender. So that's their version of leverage. But with Warren, it's like, man, out of sight, out of mind. He's practicing in training camp. He's in the preseason games. Heck, we were watching him in these games, right? So when you see him still pop up as, oh man, a nice contract extension, to me, once again, it just says, man, this was a guy that wanted to take a little bit different of an approach. Wanted to show up, work, be quiet, and let's get the deal done. And everybody is different in their approach. And that's why it's like I said, it's not a negative when guys take other approaches, but it's just refreshing at times when you see this type of approach, man. So like I said, man, shout out to my man Jaylen Warren, man. I'm super excited for him. But y'all let me know in the comment section also how you guys feel about this deal. Because to me, in terms of on-field impact, I think the difference now will be, whereas I thought we were going to get more committee, right? Heavy on the running back by committee, probably with Caleb Johnson taking more of a front seat role towards the middle to back end of the season. Once he kind of got acclimated to the level, I thought that we wouldn't see, that level of commitment to Jaylen Warren. But now that we're seeing, this type of money being dished out on the front end, I'm like, man, that's the guy that's going to be the feature until he proves he can't be. I think that's the guy that we're going to be, throwing the ball to when, we want to get the running back involved in the passing game. I think that's the guy that obviously is going to get the lion's share of touches as well in that group. And I really wonder what that does now for guys like Caleb Johnson, right, in terms of his overall role, because one of the other things that we know about Coach Tomlin is he likes the bell cow running back. So when you're paying a guy like Jaylen Warren this type of money, it's just hard to keep a guy that's making $7 million this season on the sideline, right? When we're talking about critical possession downs, when we're talking about gotta have it situations, we don't got time for $7 million to be on the sideline. $7 million is on the field. So that's the part, and that's the big reason why when I look at Caleb Johnson and Kenneth Gainwell specifically, I'm like, man, what do their roles look like now? I think that's more of the negative on them, but it's still a positive because we still feel like Jaylen Warren is our most explosive, most productive, and most complete back. We obviously feel good about some of the things that Caleb Johnson did in college, but he still is a young boy, right? Now, I seen him yesterday, man. He was down there with me. I was doing some community work as well, man. Shout out to all the veterans and the service members, men and women. Down in Pittsburgh, man, we had our Heroes Night Out event, man. Had a little football camp for the service members and veterans. Obviously, the upper room members got a chance to see some of that behind the scenes footage. But all the rookies were out there with me yesterday, man. Mason Rudolph pulled up as well, man. Shout out to Corliss Waitman, the punting sensation, right? I had to talk to him. I was like, hey, bro, seeing what you did to the old timer, man. All right, now salute to you, baby. Salute to you. Yeah. All right. And obviously Isaiah Loudermilk was down there as well, man. Like I said, really good to see the guys, man, taking time to get out there, be in the community, man, especially the young fellas as well. But with Caleb Johnson, like I said, for me, it's just like, man, younger guy. So early on, I don't anticipate him just being thrust out there into that action. I do feel like it's going to be heavy Jaylen Warren. But like I said, when we talk about $7 million being acclimate or being spent on Jaylen Warren for this particular season, that to me definitely says he is going to be the feature guy. He is going to be the guy that is getting every opportunity, and I think that's a good thing. Like I said in the video that I did, the quick reaction, my only grievance with the whole situation: why y'all ain't do this deal before I did my fantasy football draft? You feel me? Because I could have for sure picked him up and been solid and felt good. Like, he's going to get plenty of touches. All right. But that was the issue. And I even tried to go back and look at the waiver wire. Nope. Somebody already picked him up. So did not get a chance to do that on the back end. For sure was upset about it. But as a whole, I'm like, man, if those were my only negatives, man, all right, Kenneth Gainwell and Caleb Johnson going to have a little bit diminished role this season. And, I couldn't have my Steelers running back and my fantasy guy. All right. If those are the only negatives from the deal, I ain't tripping, baby. I ain't tripping. But like I said, you guys let me know in the comment section how you guys feel about the Jaylen Warren deal. And do what the homie X Concept says and smash the like button like Jaylen Warren smashes defenders. One time for the culture, and subscribe if you're new to the channel as well, because you see what we are on, baby. But like I said, man, always good to see the fellas get paid, man. Big fan of the guys getting a check. So let's see. All right, shout out to Ralph Miller. He says Jaylen Warren is the best investment to protect Aaron Rodgers. And I think that's important also, man, because we obviously know we have a little bit more seasoned quarterback who we don't want taking a ton of hits, period, right? He plays better when he has time. He plays better when he's not under duress. He plays better when he's upright. And Jaylen Warren, man, he's going to give, Rodgers plenty of opportunities to do that. Very similar to, how we would utilize L. Bell at times. You think about it, L. Bell wasn't just the first and second down back. We keep him on third downs. We know he could pass block, but he would also give you some of the routes as well. But some of the things I think with Jaylen Warren that are going to be interesting is we can utilize him, obviously, in terms of the pass block. We could do the check release where he'll step up, block, and then if nothing is there, he'll go out for a route. And then you got the traditional run your routes, right? Jaylen Warren presents all of those things. So the reason why I'm emphasizing that is it puts a little bit more pressure on defensive coordinators when you're trying to scheme up different personnel. When Caleb Johnson is out there, if I'm a DC, I'm playing base personnel. I'm saying, hey, this is running. He is running the football. This is downhill, right? First, second down. Kenneth Gainwell out there, hey, nickel dime package. Why? Because I'm saying this is more my slash. This is my third down. This is more my, he's going to quick release to the flat. He's trying to run a route. That's that guy. Jaylen Warren, you don't even get to do that right now because he can literally do all of those things together. So as a DC, now you have a little bit more work to do in your hands. Now it's one more thing to prepare for. It's one less advantage that you think you might have. And I think that those are some of the things that could make the difference in offensive production this year. All right. So like I said, definitely like that. And you're absolutely right about this, X Concepts. L Bell's blocking and blitz pickup. Top notch special, man. Top notch. But it wasn't, something that he just woke up and did. Nah, he worked at it. He perfected that craft, man. I've been watching this dude plenty of times in training camp, man, getting it in. Never afraid to step up, put that face in the fan. And when you understand that, and then he understands how to weaponize it, which is, okay, when I got to stay, under protection, I'm going to hit you. But at the same time, I'm going to also show you that I can give you that look and now slip you and run this route. And now I got you what we call the mixer, the blender. You don't know what to do as a defender. I'm like, man, do you rush up on L Bell and now he slips you, or do you sit back and now he's just sitting there and you not rushing, he not doing anything, and we just wasting time? Like, those are the things that, a guy that is versatile like L Bell and to an extent like Jaylen Warren, those are some of the challenges that they present to defenders, man. So like I said, man, I'm definitely digging that. And here you go right here. Yeah, he can always get open for a dump off. And that's the beautiful part, the dump off or the shovel pass, like you brought up for there as well, Wing Dog. But that's for sure the case, man. Dudes like Jaylen, man, you know how dangerous that is. If he blocks you, turns around, Rodgers just gives him a little shuffle, a little flip, little shovel pass, or a little flip pass, and he catches that. Now it's that broken backyard type outdoor play. It's like, oh, okay. That's Jaylen Warren's bread and butter. That's where he's going to really carve you up, man, because how explosive but also powerful his contact balance and his low center of gravity. So, like I said, man, I'm excited about this move. I think this is a nice contract. And as a whole, man, I think that this, barring injury, right? Knock on wood. I ain't got nothing around. So what's up, 5-5? I see you, baby. Sunshine, I need a little company here, man. The homie, he ain't leave me down. Thank you. But like I said, man, barring any injury or something like that, man, I do feel like this is going to be a really, really nice contract, man. And I think that the Steelers are going to benefit from the production from Jaylen Warren also. And like I said, man, anytime you get a guy to get that generational money, man, we're just changing life. Oh, when you go from, man, got it out the mud to, hey, moving on up to the east side. Come on, man. It's a great feeling, man. So like I said, man, shout out to Jaylen Warren, man, and shout out to, the new money as well, baby. But like I said, man, big fan of Jaylen Warren, man, and everything that he has been doing since joining the black and the gold. All righty. And I do see a couple of supers. Let me get those, man. My apologies for missing those on the front end as well. All righty. We got the homie Mike Hood. Shout out to Mike Hood. He says, what up, all? On my way, or he says, on my way to church, but wanted to say blessings to all. And remember, we get to Mr. Moats, tell TG I'm applying that to all areas of my life. We get to salute. The chat goes. Absolutely will tell him that, man. And trust me, that is for sure, a mantra that I have adopted as well. It was something that obviously, playing with TG as a teammate, locker mate, man, you would hear him say these names, but the perspective on it, man, the intentional element behind it was nowhere near how it is now when we say that and he says that, and it's literally like a rally cry. Hey, where your AT? Hey, but we get to, bro. Hey, things going right. We get to, though. You feel me? Hey, it's a great. Hey, we get to, though. You feel me? We don't complain, man. We get these opportunities. We don't take any of this for granted, whether it's a positive feeling or a negative feeling, man. The fact that we are here experiencing it, man, it's a blessing. All right. So shout out to the homie TG for that, man. And hopefully my dog will get that dub on Saturday so I can be turned up for my partner them. All right. Because I was over here trying to turn up on Thursday and it was just rough. I'm like, damn, I need my dog to get this dub. And then it ain't work. I was like, I want to be turned up because I'm just like, yo, I'm happy that he at the crib, 757, Vic, all the nostalgia. But the competitor in me, man, we end up texting and talking on that phone for about an hour and a half that night, man. Hot. Oh, we're both so hot. But that's the competitor in both of us, man. And that's why I say that's my brother right there, man. So shout out to my dog. But yeah, man. So all love, all love. Oh, and then we got the homie Devin Herbert. Shout out to Devin Herbert as well, man. He says, beautifully done. I love the voice motes as always. Salute you, all right? I might run that thing back one time, man. Just cause. All right. But like I said, definitely appreciate you and acknowledging the vocals. All right. But yeah, man. So shout out though to everybody that is rocking out with us tonight. Having a little fun, okay? Because remember, since it is game week, y'all notice what day we on is Wednesday, but we also back in the building tomorrow as well, man. We back 3 times a week, okay? Like I said, man, we are traditionally going to go on Mondays. We'll traditionally go Monday, Wednesday, Thursday in terms of our normal podcast streams, right? But then we're also going to do the Tuesdays with me and Tanisha from the Really Flawed Football channel. You obviously know how we get it in, man. Always a blast with her. Shout out to, like I said, a lot of y'all that were already on the live stream that me and her did on Tuesday, man. A lot of y'all out there, man, showing love, and we appreciate y'all from the heart. We just get started. Like I said, she will be on tomorrow's live in the afternoon as well, 5:30 time frame. All right, so y'all definitely want to tap into that. Like I said, man, just trying to, tap into the bag a little bit, man. Bring different people, different voices, man. We obviously know the season is here, and we went through a big change over the offseason, right? The homie Deke, man. We branched out, man. My man went the solo route in a positive way. No negative, no ill will. But from there, man, it did open up opportunities for the new people that we've been seeing. And it is good to see that a lot of y'all are enjoying the new faces, all right? So that's how we're going to continue to rock this season heavy. So hopefully y'all keep enjoying what we on. But more importantly, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. And shout out to the homie Tito with the good vibes. Always good to see you on the live, man. I know you be working, you be grinding, you be lifting, you be with your wifey, man. So all love. And you a sneakerhead. So I appreciate you from the heart for that too. All right. But at the same time, I get it, man. Whenever you do get a chance to pull up, oh, it's a party. You know it's a party, man. So let's get it. Hey, and I was just speaking of her. All right, y'all see her right there. She says, hey, chat. Shout out to Tanisha, man. She is in the building in the comment section. She will be joining us, like I said, tomorrow, man. So y'all don't want to miss that, man. We'll get a chance to, like I said, man, break down and preview our week 1 matchup. How crazy did that sound? We really got week 1 coming up. Boy, let's get it. Can't wait. All righty. But let's get to the next topic. And that is this NFL Top 100. All right, we officially got the conclusion of said list. And I did want to finally take some time to acknowledge where my guy is at. All right, I'm talking TJ Watt. It's the only guy I cared about on the list. All right, it was lawless people. It was some people that didn't get on the list. All right, some people have some grievances. We'll talk about those. But for me personally, this is the name I was waiting to see. TJ Watt, the NFL's formerly the NFL's highest paid non-quarterback. Yeah, we obviously know that has changed. Shout out to Mike Parsons. Yeah. But he formerly was. He's the number 2 highest paid non-quarterback in the history of NFL. All right, so shout out to my dog. But slightly upset that my man is not top 10 on said list. Yeah, let's talk about that. So for the homie TJ Watt, man, he did get the number 11th spot on the NFL Top 100 players for 2025, right? So some of the people that were in that top 20 range, right? I'm just going to read the top 20. Amon-Ra St. Brown was at 20. Jalen Hurts was at 19. You had Derek Stingley Jr. at 18. You had Dexter Lawrence with the Giants at 17. Fred Warner at 16. At 15, Jared Goff. So TJ's in front of some pretty daggone good players, right? Trey Hendrickson is at 14. We know he led the NFL in sacks over in Cincinnati with 17 and a half of those things. Penei Sewell, he had at 13. Then at 12, Chris Jones from the Kansas City Chiefs. So TJ Watt being at 11, we see some pretty significant names that he is in front of. So I do like that part. We obviously know last year for TJ, man, by his standards, injustice standards, because this is career years for some other people, man. I'll tell you that from the heart. But TJ Watt last year, man, 17 games, 61 tackles, 19 tackles for loss, 11 and a half sacks, 6 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries. So still a crazy productive season when you're talking outside linebackers. And trust me, man, you go look around the league, man, not a lot of dudes got better stat lines than that. But we obviously know TJ, we don't compare him to anybody. We say he's the best. So rightfully so, we at times are a little bit more critical of his numbers and the way in which those numbers come about in terms of the flow of it than other players at times, man. But the thing they did say about TJ in terms of the write-up, they said Watt became the highest paid non-quarterback in the league just a few weeks ago when the Steelers gave him obviously the 3-year, $123 million extension. And it's no wonder Pittsburgh was willing to shell out the money for a player who's been as important to their defense's success as Watt has. Other than his injury-shortened 2022 season, Watt has finished with at least 11 sacks every year since his second season. That is crazy. When you're talking about consistency, when you're talking about production, when you're talking about availability, this dude is the gold standard, man. All right. Obviously, we know in 2021, or excuse me, did I mess up? Oh, he says, on top of the 11 sacks, or at least 11 sacks every single year since the second season, he's also been riding a 7 consecutive Pro Bowl nods streak as well. And obviously that speaks to his consistency and widely accepted status as one of the best pass rushers in the league right now. Don't just say in the league. Don't minimize that. We talking about the world, Craig. The world. TJ is one of the best in the world, period. Don't play with that, man. But from there, the 2021 Defensive Player of the Year, who got snubbed multiple times after that, has finished top 5 in voting for the category on 4 occasions, excluding his winning year, and has led the league in sacks 3 times. Just for those that, have only done it like once. He's done it 3 times. Not once, not twice, 3. Just in case y'all ain't know. I know some other pass rushers that, fancy themselves as the best, but they ain't it 3 times. That's all I'm saying. So, anywho, there's no understating how much of an impact presence Watt has for his team and the league, earning him the spot just outside the top 10. Now, like I said, for me, I'm not the biggest fan of them not being in the top 10, but we'll do what we're supposed to do, which is do due diligence, right? Let's just tap in real quickly, and we will see if I can get to that page real quick. The official top 10 of the NFL top 100 players. All right. So let me pull them up. All right, here's the rest of the list. And that's the thing too, man. Shout out to the NFL. They don't want to make it easy on you, right? They say, oh, y'all are content creators. Well, look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to give you two separate links. All right. This one for these players, click another one for these players. It's all good. We ain't sure, baby. I got multiple browsers for folks like you. So let's get it. But in the top 10, as much as I wanted him to be the highest ranked defender, unfortunately, he's not. They have Pat Surtain the second at the 10th spot, which is kind of crazy too, because he obviously is the reigning defensive player of the year right now. So, no, a little different. But from there, man, Justin Jefferson they have at 9. Shout out to JJ. You already know what time he on. They have Myles Garrett at 8. 3 spots ahead of Dagon TJ Watt. Let me just, all right, I'm gonna keep reading through, and then we'll get back to why they got Myles a little bit higher than TJ. All right, let's tap into that. But at number 7, you got Derrick Henry on the list. At number 6, Joe Burrow. I ain't even hating on Joe Cool, man. All right, shout out to Joe Shiesty, man. At number 5, Pat Mahomes. At number 4, Jamar Chase. At number 3, they got the league MVP. You talk about some snub going on right here. Some snubbing stuff going on right here now. They got the league MVP at 3 on the list, Josh Allen. We ain't going to get on that today. At number 2, Lamar Jackson. Shout out to Lamar. All right. And then at number 1, it's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Saquon. It's Saquon, man. It's Saquon. Come on, shout out to Saquon Barkley, man. The number 1 rated player on the NFL top 100 players list, man. So shout out to Saquon Barkley, man. An absolute dog. We obviously know what he did this season, man. 2K on the ground, man. Went and just exploded on the scene in Philadelphia, Super Bowl champion as well, led the charge. Tip our cap to him, though, man. Definitely tip our cap to him, man. No hate at all there, but definitely a little bit surprised with his top 10. All right, so let's just see what they got with Myles Garrett. They say we're Myles Garrett. I'm going to take a sip of this Gatorade Fire, you this foolishness, too. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe while we at it, though. So, Myles Garrett, they say regarded as the NFL's Superman. Who regards him as the NFL Superman? I ain't never heard that. Maybe that's just us. Y'all tell me. I don't know. NFL Superman. That's what they calling that man. Say Garrett stands as the top 100's top rated defender for the second consecutive year. The Browns' star pass rusher notched a pair of 3 sack performances to support his 7th consecutive season of 10 sacks or more, which is tied as the 3rd longest streak in NFL history. Earning his 4th All-Pro nod within the last 5 seasons, Garrett also eclipsed the 100-sack milestone in 2024. It took you long enough. Dang, TJ, we waiting. TJ been waiting on you for a while now. Come on, man. He says, becoming the first player in NFL history to reach the mark before his 29th birthday. Oh, excuse me. We're doing birthdays now. All right, I say you do it. Tying Hall of Famer Bruce Smith. You know where Bruce from. The Crib 757 legend. Shout out to Bruce Smith. As the 4th fastest to reach the mark in 115 games. 4th fastest. I wonder who's ahead of him. Garrett's 8th season saw more than him, just continuing his reputation as one of the NFL's most feared pass rushers. However, the hulking 6'4", 272-pounder is beginning to morph into a defensive lineman who can wreak havoc wherever he lines up. Highlighting his 2024 with a blocked field goal that turned into a defensive score and a league-leading 22 tackles for a loss, a number that shows Garrett is not just a pass rushing expert. Firmly in the prime of his career, Garrett became one of the league's highest paid defenders this past offseason and continues to grow his legend in Cleveland as one of the best number 1 overall picks of the millennium. That's a heck of a write-up, boy. That's a heck of a write-up. But yeah, man, I'm trying to figure out who's calling this man Superman. That can we start that first? They call that man Superman? No, buddy, we ain't going for that now, all right? And everything that they highlighting about that, man, it's like, yo, TJ's already done that. That's why they had to go the age route, because it's like, yo, you can't go off of games played because TJ already done that, man. Didn't cut that. We ain't waiting that long. Shout out to TJ, man. So that's for me the reason why I would have had TJ higher. The other part was this. Like I said, man, with Pat Surtain being the reigning defensive player of the year, I just think it's kind of crazy to have another player that plays defense be higher rated than the reigning defense player of the year. I get the MVP part, and that was the other part. But when we talk offense, I'm like, man, it's all well and good about the Lamar effect, but one person won the MVP, one person did not. How is the person that did not rated higher than the MVP? And then it's like, okay, Saquon being the number 1 player, I'm all for that because I thought Saquon had a just insane season. We obviously know the history and the build up to it and everything that transpired in the offseason. But for a running back to do what he did, that was why he even got MVP consideration, Offensive Player of the Year, and everything included. Obviously, we saw the big contract he got as well. But those are definitely the things to me, man, where I was just like, I thought that part, that would have had, to me, TJ in that top 10. I'm personally switching Myles Garrett out. Myles could be at 11. All right, put Myles at 11, put TJ at 8, and we good. Actually, I would like him a little higher than that. But if that's where you want to leave him at, and then you do all the offensive and the quarterback stuff like that, top 5, I'm cool. But to me, I just don't agree with Myles being 3 spots higher than TJ. Like I said, if you want to do Pat Surtain because he did win the DPOY this year, cool. But outside of that, I ain't really feeling that, man. But you guys let me know your thoughts, though, man. How y'all feeling, man? Hey, look, and it does matter to us because as players, yeah, we take it personal. We always see it. People talk about it all the time. Or we try to minimize it, man. I ain't worried about that like we do Pro Bowl until we say what? He's a 4-time Pro Bowler. Oh, it don't matter. Yeah, it do. When them contracts hit, they're shy. It might not matter to you. It matters. It definitely matters. And that's why there is the coverage around it. And that's why also the players participate in it. It's voted on by the players, man. Right? We talk about the All Pros. We talk about Pro Bowls and how everybody gets their version of what they're doing. But everybody is doing it. Why? Because we all care. We all know we matter. And that's why we try to minimize it when we don't get the guys where we wanted to be at. But instead of minimizing it, I say debate it, critique it, talk about why. That's my approach to it, baby. So that's why I feel like how I feel, man. All right. But y'all let me know in the comment section, man, how you guys feel about TJ Watt being the 11th rated player on the NFL top 100 players list. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. And of course, like I said, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Ooh, okay. He said definitely thought Hurts would be the heir apparent. Oh, in terms of being on that list a little bit higher, I can respect that as well. Let's see. He says TJ should be ahead of Garrett. I'm with you, Killer Reek. I am with you, baby. Because like I said, man, when we're talking the consistent, you're talking about the impact, the things that they highlight with Miles. It's like, man, we've been talking about this with TJ. TJ been doing this type of stuff. Oh, he blocked the field goal. TJ been on that. Oh, he gets tackles. TJ been on that. Like, we've been doing that type of stuff, man. So that is a little bit of a frustrating part with this, but nonetheless, we got to let, some other people get some spotlight, I suppose. All right. Let's see what my man. Oh, shout out to Hannibal, VA to GA. Shout out to Virginia to Georgia. If you know. He says blasphemy. That TJ rated so low and below Myles Garrett is just dumb. I'm with you. It ain't rocket science. We know. Okay, we know TJ is the better player, the more complete player, the more productive player. Everything reflects that. So stop trying to play this game. Stop it. They just look at Miles and say he passed the eyeball test. That's what it is, man. Josh Allen should be number 2. TJ should be at number 8 minimum. Cam Hayward at 83 is too low as well. Shout out to X Concepts. I mean, you read in my mind. All right. We talking about Killer Cam for sure. And I think me and TG, I think we talked about it also. And that was one of the things that he said. He was like, yo, Cam, no, not that high back. No, I don't care about none of that. Like, he was first team all pro this year too, man. Hot right back on where he, right, pre-injury form. He looked good. Stop playing with that man. All right. So I'm with you on that. But yeah, the Josh Allen behind Lamar Jackson, I'm just save that, man. All right. It's a new year. We can start the whole argument again, but save that, man. The MVP is the MVP. The same name that people said the year before that, right? Lamar won. The MVP is the MVP. Hey, bro, MVP is the MVP, man. Don't holler them numbers when you holler at MVP. All right, keep it consistent. Y'all know the drill. All right, all righty. And yeah, this is correct, man. This is it. Gio Alvarez. Shout out to you, Gio Alvarez. He says, I don't think Minkah was ranked. That is accurate, which is kind of crazy. But we also know that Minkah did have a little bit of a lower, quieter year by his standards, right? Still heck of a player, still a super productive, one of our best players on defense. But when you have such a legacy, such impact where we league-wide, not just as a Steelers Nation, league-wide, the expectation is greatness every single time he's out there. That is some of the stuff that, kind of works against guys like Minkah. Whereas if Minkah was a relative unknown and he had the season he had, he would be the guy that's creeping in the 90s. We'd be like, all right, man, shout out to this dude, man, just burst onto the scene. But that's, how it goes at times, man. So for Minkah, man, we will see how he progresses and gets back to his elite level form down there in Miami. Hopefully he does that versus everybody except the teams that we like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no black and gold. All right. We're ready to excuse me on that one. But you dig what I'm on, all right? So shout out to the Minkah, though. Shout out to the Mink, man. But yeah, man, Minkah not being rated, kind of wild, but I do think he will be back soon, okay? Because Minkah's a heck of a player, man. A heck of a player. But let's see. X Concept trying to get to me, man. He talking about Josh Stubb here before. Hey, man, I already know, man. Don't get me started, all right? We trying to be nice today. Staying focused today, all right? Shout out to everybody that's here today, though, all right? Mainly for that side. Because, yeah, this here top 100 list, But, yeah, man, all pro in terms of Cam Hayward at 83 on the list. I'm with you. Doesn't make a lot of sense, man. But we will see, man, what those guys do with this. Obviously, we talked about how many guys we had on the list. Jalen Ramsey, Patrick Queen as well, right? So we did have multiple guys make the list this year in terms of the NFL top 100 players. And I think that is a true testament to, the guys that we're bringing in here and the guys that we're keeping. For the guys that were drafted here, your TJ Watts, your Cam Haywards, man, shout out to the scouting department. Shout out to Omar. Shout out to Coach Tomlin, right? Those are the guys acquiring those dudes, finding those dudes, and making sure that they're developing the way they're supposed to. Then when you look at Patrick Queen, acquiring him for free agency, we said, man, it was some people that weren't very fond of Patrick Queen's overall play last year. But then you look at his play last year from a historical standpoint within Steelers football, and he's one of the top players based off of that season, right? In terms of the tackles for loss at the linebacker spot. And it was like, whoa, bro, we don't typically have that type of production. It's been a while since we had that type of production at that position. So that's the part where it was like league wide to see him kind of get that recognition. I per se wasn't surprised by it because as a linebacker, I see a lot of the stuff that PQ does do extremely well. Gets to a lot of footballs, man. He's disruptive. But I know from fans at times, man, because you're so emotionally invested, it's a little bit harder to see the analysis part. And it's more, man, when you feel a negative play happen, that hits a little bit harder than all the other positive plays that aren't explosive plays per se. So I get it, man. And that's why, I do what I do. My job is to come up here and kind of explain some of that nuance, explain some of the things that we see with our LBs, with our defense, with our offense, with our team as a whole, that maybe at the surface level, it's not as easy to understand. But my goal is, man, I come up here and I give you some of that knowledge that does kind of alleviate some of that stress, alleviate some of that. Why isn't he doing it like this every single time I want to kill? No, breathe, baby. Let me tell you what's happening real quick, all right? It's nuance to this thing. It's reason behind it. So I do like that part, man. But that's the relationship that we all have, all right? So I got y'all. Trust me, I got you, man. But that is the reason why, though, league wide, he is viewed how he is viewed, and he did make this NFL Top 100 list. I know, like I said, some people might have been surprised by that, but that is ultimately, what's going on in terms of how people view him around the league. So the other person, though, in terms of who we think might make their first appearance or make an appearance on the NFL Top 100 from the black and gold in, 2026, drop it in the comment section some names from the Steelers that you think could potentially make this NFL Top 100 next season. We know the main people, right? Your TJ Watts. To me, I think TJ, Cam, PQ, Jalen Ramsey, I think they make the list again next year. But a couple of other guys that I'm just going to say on the front end of this thing should make that list or be heavily a part of the conversation for that list. I like Peyton Wilson. You already know I've been hollering about him. That's my guy. That's the one that I want to see. I think he's going to go crazy this season. Yep, I'm telling you now, that's the guy. And then Zach Frazier. I think both of those guys make this NFL Top 100 next year, man. I think the way that Peyton Wilson's been flying around, the production that we saw from him last year, I think with him having another, year under his belt, more experience, full off season, yeah, I think he's for sure going to find a way on this list. And like I said, man, Zach Frazier, the way that he has been blocking people last year, man, and even what we saw in the preseason and stuff, he's one of those guys. I just think that he is going to be on this list. He'll be in the conversation. Barring anything in terms of health related, I think both of those guys, man, one on offense, one on defense, but I'm super excited about what I've seen from those dudes, man, over the past year. And I'm just ready to see what this year 2 looks like. I know you hear me at times say, man, I'm cautious about that year 2. I'm cautious about it because it's more film out there, right? It's more, reasons for guys to kind of get sidetracked, right? You've had a full offseason, you got more money in your pocket, you got more free time on your hands, you don't have to worry about classes, exams, tests. That typically can have a negative impact. But I don't feel like that with guys like Zach Frazier and Peyton Wilson, man. I know personally talking with Peyton Wilson, he for sure isn't on that mindset. He's locked in all the way, man. And I love that about him. And I love the, the mindset that he has. You obviously heard that when we had him on the show during our interview with him. But with Zach Frazier, man, that's another one of those guys, man. I just feel like he's doing it the right way. One of those true Steeler black and gold type of dudes, man. We obviously know, the background over at West Virginia and everything he did there. And obviously the wrestling background as well. The dude's a straight dog with it. But those are my two dudes, man. So like I said, y'all let me know in the comment section who you guys think will ultimately make this NFL Top 100 list next year. Ooh, okay. X Concepts brings up DK. He says, he likes DK Metcalf one. I can see that. Definitely can see DK making it, man. JPJ. Shout out to Bust Down. Now, this is a heck of a pick, man. I do like this. And I feel like for JPJ, if he can do what he's supposed to do in terms of not just the coverage part, but the splash. A couple of them picks. That gets him on the list. Because you got to think about it, man. Sauce Gardner, NFL's highest paid cornerback, man. Not on the list, right? Didn't make it. To me, I still think Sauce is a heck of a player. Some people are a little bit upset about how handsy he is at times, but you look at him league-wide, Pro Bowls, all pros reflected. Nah, he a dog. But the splash, you got to get more turnovers. You got to keep the penalties down, right? You don't want to get that label of being a guy that holds or handsy. And we know that kind of is what Sauce picked up this past year. And that's kind of, not the reputation of JPJ, but that's how it's like loosely thrown out there at times. Oh, he's hands. He's like, no, we ain't got time for that, man. So get the interceptions. That quiets that side of it down. I do think that will ultimately get JPJ on this list or heavily in consideration for this list, man. But if he can find a way to get 4 picks as an outside corner, game changer. He'll be on that list. Beanie Bishop did it as a slot, different perspective on it though, right? Outside corner do that, man. It hits a lot different, man. So that's the part that I will see with him, man. Let's see. Joshua Williams says Peyton Wilson is Galactus. Shout out, man. Remix. Every remix. Shout out to you, man. He says Zach Frazier is a good one. I would agree. I definitely would agree. X Concepts also brings up Troy Fautanu. And he says JPJ could push for it too. And yes, I do agree about Troy, man. Troy, I'm a fan of him. I thought that he looked really good this preseason. We obviously know this was his first full training camp plus preseason games. And it was good to see him consistently show up. He never looked hurried. He never looked overwhelmed. He looked low-key like he'd been doing this thing for like 10 years already, bro. So shout out to Troy. But he for sure looked confident over there, man. I'm like, bro, are you going to make it this easy the whole season? Because if you're going to do that and Roger going to do what he doing, we're going to be all right. For sure. All right. So I do like that. Oh, shout out to this one right here, Jamal McCollum, Deshaun Elliott. I love that pick. Now listen, Deshaun Elliott is one of my guys for a totally different reason, man. You know me. So obviously a lot of y'all follow the Steelers channel, but I got a whole nother channel where I just talk my sneakers, man, my fits, stuff like that, man, kicking it with Moats, right? I'm a sneakerhead. I like to dress, though. But, man, I'm a fan of Deshaun Elliott because my dog be dressing his tail off, man. He one of them, and he ain't just dressing. No, because some people, like, they dress, but, like, he dress. And it ain't always, like, high-end, got to spend crazy money on it. It's like, nah, he put it together the right way. But he is an absolute head buster on the field. And that's the thing that I'm talking about, man. I don't want it to just be, all right, you fashion, but you ain't busting nobody on the field. Nah, man. Let me see both. My man pull up with he might have some pleats on him before you know he sleeps something. You're like, God, dog. And he gonna come back out, put the Cartiers on, holler at you. I'm like, bro, killing him, man. Keep doing your thing, man. Like I said, big fan of Deshaun Elliott, man. Hey, yo, you better stop playing. Dreams 4518. You saw me at the DMV today, you think? For sure I was at the DMV. I was there for a while. It was me and my little daughter. She ain't too little for everybody, but she little to me. It's my little daughter. I was in there for what? About 12:50, about 3:40. Yeah, it was a rather long time. So if you were in there in the DMV doing those times of operation, then yeah, strong possibility you saw me in there, man. Shout out to you though, man. If you were in there with the congregation, all right. Yeah, respect, man. Shoot, you should have asked. You should have pulled up on, man. All right, I was just chilling. I won't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully your DMV experience was a smooth one, and yours wasn't as long as ours was. All right. But shout out to you though, man. Shout out to you and everybody that goes to the DMV, man. Shout out to the DMV. All right. We're gonna, like I said, that's what the name of today's show is. DMV show. All right. It's the DMV. We're supposed to start at 3 o'clock. It was 3:45, 6 o'clock for a reason. All right. I was supposed to be taking my little guy to baseball practice today. I'm like, hey, wifey. Okay. Audible. Hey, Omaha. All right. Dilly. Check. All right, so we had to check it. So that's what we did. 6 o'clock stream over here. All right. But yeah, man, that DMV got the best of us, baby. Heck yeah, the DMV got the best of us. But no, man, all love, man. He says, yo, I wanted to, but I ain't want to bother you. No, man, all love. I do appreciate you though, man, from the heart, man. But trust me, man, and I tell this to anybody, man, if y'all are fans of the show, if y'all are fans of me, man, I always have time for you. I might look like I'm chilling, and most of the time I am chilling. But man, if you pull up and you know you got good energy, man, I ain't tripping on none. All right. But I do appreciate you though, man, from the heart, man. So hopefully, like I said, your DMV experience was better than mine. Because yeah, everything got finalized and everything worked out, but it was just a long way. I was looking at the numbers. I'm like, all right, I'm waiting on F890. I'm like, bro, y'all done went to every number but F890. Then F disappeared and then it popped back. I'm like, whoops. They remember this again. So yeah, it was a very unique experience to say the least, man. So shout out to everybody that was there and that took care of business today. Shout out to the DMV. That's what I said. This is the DMV show, man. I DMV in it today, man. You heard it right there, man. XABGX. The DM show, the DMV show. That's what we on, baby. That is for sure what we are on. All righty. But let me see. Because we are getting where we need to get to, man. I am digging how the show is progressing. But now I know what we need to talk about as well before we get to the last part of today's show. And I do see the Don Hefe Quan all the way out in Cali, man. Appreciate you being here today. But oh, and I didn't see you over there still, girl, showing some love, talking about, yo, you're the coolest, most always good vibes every time I see you. Man, it's always good vibes every time always good vibes every time I see you. All right. And I always see you at the cool places too, man. So keep being cool, keep being you. All right. Always appreciate you though. You already know that. But let's catch up real quick, gang. Let's catch up real quick. All right. Because a couple of players that have been a part of the Steelers conversations this offseason at the wide receiver position, we've had some movement there. All right. The first one I wanted to bring up was Gabe Davis. We obviously know Gabe Davis has came to Pittsburgh twice now this offseason. One, I think, was right before free agent or right before the draft started. And then the other one was about a week or 2 weeks ago. So with that, we know that, with both of those visits, nothing transpired out of it. No contracts, no rumblings, no anything. It was just quiet. So yeah, obviously remember when I was talking, I said, man, it's probably more of a health related situation. And that's kind of why they're, just taking their time with him as he, either gets completely healthy or now that he is healthy, get himself back into football shape. But with that though, I was just chilling the other day and I got the alert on my phone. The Buffalo Bills are bringing back a former Bills wide receiver. Like, all right. A couple of former Bills wide receivers out there. Let me see who it is. Nope. Thought it was gonna be Stevie Johnson. I was hoping it was gonna be Stevie. I was like, don't be the one that we're looking for right now. But unfortunately, it was the one that we were looking for. It was Gabe Davis. All right. So yes, Gabe Davis did sign back with the Buffalo Bills, but he's on their practice squad right now. So a little bit unique situation, man. If we do change our mind, man, or if down the line we want to bring him in, we still do have access to him, being that he is on their practice squad. But at the same time, we know that now he's a part of their system and a part of, being back up there where he does have some familiarity. So that is the part that we'll see how everything plays out with that, man. But like I said, man, that was one of the options that we have been considering this offseason, man, because we said we wanted to upgrade that wide receiver room and we're looking for new bodies, new people to implement to there. Obviously, Calvin Austin is a guy that we're going to be expecting a lot from this year, but he had been banged up throughout the preseason process. Roman Wilson, young guy, looked good in the preseason, but still just a young guy. We talked about Robert Woods, and I'll get on him in a little bit as well. But as a whole, we just didn't feel like we have a lot of proven production outside of DK Metcalf right now. So Gabe Davis, like I said, man, him coming in twice for visits in Pittsburgh definitely lets me know that the Steelers were very interested in him. And for whatever the reason was doing both of those visits, they just decided that it didn't make sense to bring him in officially and sign him. But with Buffalo, the practice squad element, it does still make me feel like he's working his way back. Meaning he's either just cleared and now he's able to, get back into football shape. So you put him on practice squad and now you're getting him reps versus your starters. And he's still getting a part of your system, being in the meetings. And now you got the hopes of bumping him up at some point this season once he's fully ready to go. So that's the thing that I can see for Buffalo and why they would do that, because the relationship with us, we don't have a history with Gabe Davis. So we wouldn't take that type of approach with a player that we're not familiar with. And I can understand that 100% from the black and gold. But now what that does do is it made us say, okay, well, who is another person that we're considering, right? Because we said not only did Gabe Davis go back to Buffalo, but Amari Cooper, who was another guy that I had been talking about, signed with Vegas, the Raiders, right? So both of those dudes off the table. Robert Woods was our veteran that was here for preseason. Obviously, we know that he didn't make the initial 53-man roster, so they put him on the 16-man practice squad. Everything was good with that up until a couple days ago. And my man Woods ultimately, asked to be released from the practice squad because he felt that, he wants to still be on an active roster somewhere and compete for that versus being on the practice squad where it's different. And I low key am impressed. Tip of the cap to my dog Woody, man. A lot of respect for him for this, man. And I say that because when we saw Robert Woods get put on the practice squad, we were all joking, right? I think some people were like, man, this is a robbery, man. He fleeced the system, got paid. Now he gets to go on the P squad, doesn't have to worry about playing. He's about to just kill him. And I was saying, hey, man, if those, practice squad rules were available when I was finishing up in Pittsburgh, I probably don't go to Arizona. I'm like, man, I probably just stayed out here and then a couple on the practice squad and just, get the guys ready and do my thing like that. But those weren't the options back then. So to see for Robert Woods, though, that this was presented to him, but instead of him saying, man, I'm ready to check out and, kind of go off into the sunset with it, it's like, nah, man, release me. I want to go play somewhere, man. I want to go compete for an active spot right now. So I do like that. I do respect that because it would have been super easy for him to just simply stay on that P squad. An injury may have happened down the line and he might have got a chance to get dressed. But it's like, man, what's your role even going to be? Before a guy like Woods, who still feels like, man, I'm still trying to show that I can still play at this level and do it at a high level. I 100% can understand that statement and his stance on it. And that's why I was like, man, a ton of respect for him for that. Because not everybody's trying to do that, man. All right. And I know some people are going to ask in terms of what are the big differences, man, for a player when you're talking practice squad versus active roster. So there are a couple of big differences, man. First is obviously the pay part because the work required is different. Practice squad, you're not doing the most important thing, which is playing in the game. So your contract typically is going to reflect that. Now, everybody's contract is different. So it isn't a cookie cutter, oh, man, he's on P squad. This is exactly what he's going to get because you are allowed to negotiate some of those rates now. And you'll see guys getting at times active type of money to be on practice squad because the organization doesn't want that player to leave. Okay. Those are some of the things that you see happen. All right. So I can't confirm what Woods' total money would have been, but it would have still been traditionally less than what he would have made as an active player. But like I said, I can't 100% confirm that just because of how they're able to have some of those negotiations. And it was still rather new when this all transpired, man, the past couple of days. But then, when what else you're talking about in terms of the big differences with P squad is, as a practice squad guy, your schedule is different. You're in there Monday through Friday, extra meetings, extra workouts, but you do all of the practice reps. You don't take any reps with the starters or the twos. Everything that you're going to do is P squad. You might put on the penny jerseys, you're reading off the card type of things. Like that's how you practice, but you're still supposed to give a high level look because you're trying to prepare the Jalen Ramseys, the Joey Porter Jr.'s, the Darius Slays of the world. So that would have been his approach. But then from there, after Friday, he would have came in on Saturday before a walkthrough. And then if we're traveling, he's not even flying with us. And then if it was a home game, he's in street clothes. And sometimes, depending on, especially postseason, P squad guys don't even always get a chance to be on the sideline. Sometimes they'll make those dudes, sit up in the they have a suite and stuff like that. So those were some of the things that I could understand if you are a guy like Woods who's been doing this thing for an extremely long time and has had a ton of success, man. If you're not on that and you don't want that, I can understand it. And like I said, I respect it. Different mindset when it was over here. All right. When I got to the back end by year 9, I'm like, look, bro, I was out. I'm cool. I'm ready to hit it on folk. All right. So this would have been a way different. This would have been like, oh, you gonna put me in a retirement home? You gonna put me in a retirement home instead of take me around the corner and put me in the front seat and not let me come back? I appreciate the retirement home. Not everybody gets the retirement home. All right. They offered Woods the retirement home. He ain't want it. All right. He said, yo, put me in. I'm gonna walk on. All right. They put me in the front seat. Coach is over here looking at me like, hey, bro, everything's gonna work out. I'm gonna put you out the pasture. You're gonna be fine. All right. It's like, coach, I know this look, man. You about to whack me, bro. I know what this is, man. I know what this is. But technically, I was never whacked. All right. Technically, contract just expired. They say, hey, we're done doing business. We'll see you on the media side. And I say, you know what? Respect. I appreciate you on that. All right. But ultimately, man, that is where we currently are with our wide receiver situation. So, like I said, man, we will see what we potentially do in terms of additions to the roster in that wide receiver room. I do still think that we might be waiting until after week 1 to tap into some of these other veteran free agents that are out there, largely due to the fact that if you sign the veteran, and this is anybody that's played, 4 credited seasons, if you sign them on the active roster prior to week 1, their contract will be guaranteed for that season. So that leverage now largely goes back to that player that you just signed. And at any point in time, if it doesn't go right, he's still guaranteed that money. And now you got that loss plus whatever else you got to dish out for whoever you're going to bring in. So what you see teams do is they'll wait until after week 1, and then they'll bring in those veteran guys, because now they have them on a week-to-week pay scale. So even though they might be paying them nice, they're still making it where we're in control. They have the leverage and not that player. So like I said, man, that's one of the things that I will say, let's tap in and we'll just kind of follow that narrative, or at least follow that storyline to see what the Steelers do, man, because they clearly were interested in a wide receiver. They don't bring in a Gabe Davis twice this offseason, training camp included, if they weren't interested in a Gabe Davis or interested in bringing in an extra wide receiver. So we will see, like I said, man, how that plays out. But for right now, man, we're going to lean on these young boys, man. The Scotty Millers of the world, the Roman Wilsons of the world, the Calvin Austins of the world. And obviously, when you're talking about those tight ends as well, man, a lot of, expectations are going to be put on those guys in terms of how they're going to produce. We know who DK Metcalf is. We know what he brings to the table. I'm not in the least bit concerned about him. But the others, we're going to need them to step up, man. So we will see. But y'all know the drill, man. Hit the like button one time for the culture. Don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel. And if you are new, I appreciate you being here. I promise I do. I won't bite too much. I'm a fun guy. I like to have a little fun. Not too much fun, though. All right? But shout out to y'all. Alrighty. And shout out to the homie Rod Dollar. They say, beam me up, Scotty. Hey, man, I've been waiting on you. I've been up here kicking it for a while now. Just traveling in space by myself. Good to see some company over there. Shout out to Rod Dollars, baby. Let's go. Alrighty. Let's get back to that. And funny thing, too, I for sure thought I had this overlay going on that whole time I was just talking about them receivers. Totally forgot the NFL top 100 was up there. But such is life, man. We get it in how we get it in. Y'all know what we on. But with that being the case, I think it's about time. Actually, I think it's about that time. All right. So I'm gonna take a sip real quick. But I think we're gonna have a little fun. I think I got time today. I had to check my clock, make sure everything was good. Okay. Make sure everybody was copacetic. Looks like everybody's copacetic at the front end. So I think I'll go ahead and I'll try something new today. We ain't done this in a while, have we? Y'all see what these are? These are headphones. Whoa, what the headphones for, Moatsy? Well, whenever we break out the headphones, typically it's somebody about to call, right? Typically about to open the phone. Something. We're gonna find out in a second. So let me see if I still remember how to do this. All right. Because it's been a little while since the last time we've participated in some what they call it? Telephone roulette. Hit me on the hip one time. Okay, so let's see what the congregation is talking about. And if y'all trying to join the convo today, because the phone lines are open. Digits to dial are 412-346-6955. Once again, 412-346-6955. And remember how we do this thing, man. Y'all gonna call me, and after that, I'm gonna call you right back. All right. But yeah, man, let's see. I want to get y'all in on this conversation, man, mainly surrounding this season and the expectations that you guys have. All right. I want to know, man, what are your week 1 expectations? And then we're going to talk about as a whole your season prediction as well. But like I said, the digits to dial are 412-346-6955. But yeah, man, good day. It's a good day in the neighborhood. We're going to find out. Because like I said, we ain't open them phone lines up here forever. But I do feel like it's important, though, that we keep it interactive, man, that we keep this dynamic upon us. All right? And let me make sure I got everything set up right, because, sometimes I be tripping. Don't let me trip, though. I don't want to trip too much. Sometimes I do trip, though. But I ain't tripping right now. I'm cool. I'm good. All right. Well, let's go ahead and hit their first one back. Okay. And it's going to be our first time doing this like this. So let's see how it goes.
Moats,
what is up? I noticed my man Aaron Grant. Tell me it's the truth. Am I right or am I right?
No, you already know that, cousin. How you been?
Let's go. Man, I'm living my best life. I can't complain. Season's back, man. We so back, baby. We are so back, Aaron. How are you, though, man? What's the word with you, man?
Man, we living good. I'm trying to figure out what this fantasy football team talking about in about an hour or so. You know how that goes.
I like it. What pick you got, man?
Ooh, I got pick 7 in a 12-man league. PPR.
Okay. So you got a little sweet spot though, man. You got some 5 options on your plate, man. I was picking at 12. Yeah, I had to work on the back end. It was not the best, but we made it work. All right. But who you eyeing in your first round? Just throwing it out. Who you got?
I mean, if the Lord sees fit, give me Gibbs.
Let's go. Gibbs a problem,
on
man,
the back
for sure.
On the back end, it might be Genty. I don't know. Whoever falls, you always hope somebody gonna fall.
Respect on that, man. Look, you pray that somebody draft somebody out of order. Look, take this guy instead of the main guy. All right, whatever you do, don't take my guy. Okay, don't take the guy that I want. Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. But let's chop it up, man. Let's talk. How are you feeling about this week 1 matchup, man? We obviously know we got the Jets, Jets. What you looking
Jets,
for, man? What you trying to see? Huh? How you feeling?
Well, one, there's the thing, the engine that drives the car. I need the D-line to tear them boys up.
Okay.
And I hear Elijah Vera Tucker got a little shoulder situation, a pectoral situation.
A little package. And
he known for that. I seen it 2 years ago. So now he got the other one going. I'm like, oh man, don't let. Well, I'm not gonna say Cam. Maybe Cam. I don't know Cam, but don't let my boy Keanu Benton get him. Don't let me get a Badger on you. Is what I'm saying.
All right, and he hungry too. It's a big year for Keanu. Big year for Keanu, man. Absolutely.
And if I don't see Keanu, it might be his big brother, YA Black.
Listen,
his little big brother.
Listen, YA was out there with me yesterday at this community event, and dude, he was out here in some Crocs. I'm like, not Birkenstocks. I'm like, bro, are you that much taller, that much bigger than all of us, and you got just some Birkenstocks on, bro? This is crazy. A massive man, though, like insanely big in person, bro. Insanely, yes.
But like even in the face, I'll be like, man, you really look like you could maybe be my dad.
No, like he
10 years
looks
older than you.
He looks grown as heck, bro. He looks grown as heck. I'm like, bro, how many kids you got? 10? You somebody's daddy out here, bro. Swear you somebody's daddy out here, man.
So yeah, that's the first thing I need to see. I need to get right through whatever the Jets is talking about protecting Justin Fields. My dog, Justin Fields. You remember two times ago I was on this line talking about how I wanted Justin Fields.
You know, I know. But yeah, Fields gonna be hyped up too.
But you're not on the good guys to say Justin Fields, so I got to applaud on you.
Hey, respect. But no, that's gonna be one of the ones though, man. He's gonna be fired up though, for sure. He's gonna be fired up. But talk to me though, man.
And then we got that whole narrative around the Steelers that play action run quarterback concept with who ran that on us? Was it Daniel Jones? And he had the win. He had a lot of success with that. And then it got magnified when we hit the playoffs and we switched up we like to put TJ on Lamar, but we said today we're going to put TJ on Derek, and then we didn't make the adjustment till way too late. Anyway, we need to just go ahead and come out and show that we is who we are. We the new Pittsburgh Steelers.
What's up?
And we're not playing none of that quarterback sneak run type situations no more.
Hey, we got time for any of that. Just feels you already know what you're on over here, man. You better stop that, man. You better stop it. But no, it's gonna be fire. Them dudes gonna be going at it, man. Like you said, we still got love for Fields, man. Don't trip. I still got a Justin Fields jersey in my little man's closet. All right, it's still right in the closet. We looking like, yo, it's right there. It's throwback now. It's throwback, but it's right there. It look good. I'm a contributor.
Justin,
I support
if they
the
don't
movement.
treat you right, my boy, you just come back next year if they don't treat you right. I said the same thing to Minka.
Low key though. Low key. Do your 1 year old.
I know the contract not that long.
I like how your mind working, Aaron. I ain't gonna lie, I like how your mind's working, baby, for sure.
2 years, I'm gonna be like, hey, big head, what's up? What you talking about?
Hey, look, you know you look better in black and gold anyways. I don't know why you wouldn't put that green on. You look way better in black and gold, bro. Come on, man. Stop playing.
You got the gold earrings. They don't look good.
Come on, man. Come on. You know what it is, man. Sure. But I got to ask you on top of that then, all right? Because obviously we know it's a big matchup, man, the opener. But what's your season record prediction? How you think the guys going to do this year, man? We ain't got too many more shows before we get that first game up under our belt. So what you putting on there? What's your prediction?
Man, I always go overzealous mode.
I love it.
I always go over.
I love it. You said it like that was a bad thing. I always go overzealous, boss. No. I'm over here like, that's a great thing. That's an awesome mindset to have.
Okay, well, I'm going to start by saying 2 years ago, I said we was going to get 12 wins.
Talk your talk.
And then we got 10.
Talk your talk.
And we lost 2 games. I put that on your boy, Mr. Trubisky.
Whoa, what?
Because we lost to the New England Patriots and we lost to the Cardinals. And I was big mad about that because that was 2 more games we were supposed to win. So we could have got to 12 that year. But
I'll take that.
Move on.
I'll take that because Mitch is my favorite backup quarterback. All right. I love the way he backs up at quarterback. He's a great backup quarterback. That's my favorite backup quarterback, especially in his role right now. Where he's at right now, it is perfect. It's my favorite version of Mitch. My favorite Mitch. So stop this, man.
Good, because I put those at Mitch's feet. Thank God they put Mason in to save Christmas. Anyway,
shout out to Mason too, man.
Last year, I said we was going to get 12 wins.
Yeah.
And then we had a Cowboys loss. I was Justin Fields, what are we doing? The Cowboys was kind of buns.
Yeah.
And then we had lost to the Colts. And it was Flacco. I hate Flacco.
And it was such a stank loss. You remember that? Because Rich was out there first, and we was like, yo, we felt great. And it was like, yo, what is this? Ew, we're getting carved up by Flacco. What? Flacco got paid off of that too, man. Now Flacco's starting again because of that. Come on, man.
And I'm kind of scared of him. I know everybody else overlooking Flacco, but Flacco,
low key, I'm with you. I'm like, yo, he's too familiar, and he still got that big arm. That's the one thing that Flacco has is like, if you could give him time, he going to throw that thing 70, 80 yards down the ground. He do that.
We want to talk about that. So, okay, 12, then we got 10. I said 10.
Hold on, say it again.
Here. The last 2 years, I said 12 wins, and then we got 10 wins.
Mm-hmm.
So this year, I'm saying we're going to get 12 wins.
12 wins. All right. Let's go. Aaron, I need 12 out of it. I need 12 wins, baby. I need that.
We're capable. We can do it. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I want to talk big. This defense, this is 2015 Broncos right here.
Let's go.
It don't matter what the offense is doing. We're taking them to the Super Bowl, kicking and screaming. You can be Peyton Manning if you want to. With the Broncos.
Yeah. I love that right there.
Taking you there. So, yeah, that's how I feel about it.
All right, let's go then, Aaron. Well, look, you said it, so it's documented. It's on record, all right? 12 wins. We got to have it happen, man. But more importantly, you know I appreciate you showing love for the channel as well, baby. You feel me?
Absolutely. Shout out Moats. Shout out Tito with the good vibes. Shout out the chat. I see y'all boys. It's all love.
Hey, let's get it, baby. Peace, baby. Let's go. Shout out to the homie Aaron Grant, man, taking some time to Call in. Like I said, phone lines are open, baby. The phone lines are open. Oh, look like somebody just called, so let's call him back. Let's see who just hit me on the heel. All right. Phone number. The digits to dial 412-346-6955. 412-346-6955. Let's talk, man. I need to know how you feeling about this week 1 matchup versus the Jats. Jets. Okay. Let me know. But always good. I should have just called this number back. This one called me about like 8 minutes. Oh, you called me right when the call started. Okay. I'll call you back right now. I don't know what you might be doing. But you got the digits, baby. About to say, but super excited, man. Like I said, man, always a blast talking with the homie Aaron as well. But he said, man, we got time. Phone line is open. 412-346-6955. All right. Oh, did they call? No. All right. I think that's the number. Let's call it up. Let's see who we got. Let's see who we have here. Okay.
Here's my man. What's up, Offer?
Talk to me who I'm on the hotline with, baby.
I'm doing good, my man.
What's the word with you, man? Hold on. I ain't get your name over there. My bad on that, man. What I got over here? Who I'm on the line with? Who I had the pleasure to be joined
This is
with?
Michael. Michael Hyrack.
Oh, man. Shout out to Michael Hyrack, man. First off, always good to see you in the building, man. I appreciate you tapping in as well, man. Let's go. So I know you got plenty to talk about.
I love watching their podcasts, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because I see your name all the time. I was like, oh, Michael Hyrack. Oh, yeah, 1,000%. But how you feeling about week 1, man? What you want to see? What's your expectations, man? We had to wait a long time to get to this game now.
See Caleb Johnson, man.
Oh,
I want to see him do good.
Okay. Elaborate, man. What you trying to see from Caleb, man? What you think he got for us on week 1?
I say he gets 100 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Man, well, look, he do that. We all gonna be up here partying on Monday, okay? He does that. We all partying together, straight like that. Now he's capable. We definitely know he's capable, man. For sure, we know he's capable. But how you feeling about the other guys, man? What else you seeing out there, man? What else you want to see from the guys, whether it's offense, defense, or even special teams?
I'd like to see Jalen Ramsey get like 3 picks.
Ooh. Now, were you a Justin Fields guy? Just ahead of time. Let me before we proceed. Are you Justin Fields or are you not?
Oh, yeah, I'm a Justin Fields guy. Trust me, I love Ohio State.
That's what I thought. Okay, but is he gonna be throwing 3 picks? I'm just because I was like, well, that's a lot of interceptions. Or maybe it's like a trick play. It's like a couple trick plays. I was like, I want Fields to like look good but still lose. If that makes sense. I was like, 3 picks. That's tough. That's rough. That's rough one for my dog. But either way, it's gonna be beautiful, baby. Either way, I like it. So for the season, what we looking like?
I'd like to see him go 14-3.
Okay, well, who are the 3 losses you seeing? Or you just you trying to be humble about it, and that's what you see? We got to have 3 losses in there somewhere. Or you got somebody you already kind of eyeing up?
No, I mean it all depends. I mean Minnesota is probably looking good, but I don't see Jacob McCarthy doing that great.
And it's in Ireland. Remember that too, right?
Good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I see. I mean, the only one I would say is like Bills, or not Bills, Baltimore maybe, and maybe the Bills.
I mean, I can
will
see
be
that.
like their toughest matchup. I mean, they'll split between the Baltimore Ravens, no doubt.
Now, how you feeling about Cincinnati? Are they a part of the equation? Or are they still a little brother over there?
Oh, I think we should trust Cincinnati and Cleveland.
Okay. Because I'm over here, I'm like, man, Cincinnati is loaded on offense, but their defense is trash. And Cleveland is Cleveland. So, like, I ain't tripping if you ain't tripping. But I just wanted to make sure you was on the same page as me. That's all, baby. Heck yeah. Let's go.
And you were always on the same page.
Heck yeah. Let's go. All right. So I like that. 14-3. I guess I should ask you before we get up off of this, the most important question. Are we going to win a playoff game this year?
I hope we get to the Super Bowl more than the playoff game.
There we go. Thank you. Woo, woo, woo. That's what I needed. I so appreciate you for that, man.
Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers is definitely coming back.
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. He'll be back. And we'll feel good. Listen, when you win the Super Bowl, we can, you got 2 years of just like gravy train. It is what it is. All right. We seen that happen with Philly, and that's why everybody got fired at that. And they redid it again. So it's all good. All right. We know it. That's how it works. All right. So just Aaron Rodgers, take care of business this year, man. Take care of business and then buy yourself for next year. Easily buy your next year. Absolutely, man. I like it there, man.
Hopefully to see you at a game here shortly because I'm got tickets for like Indianapolis, Miami, or Cincinnati.
Oh, well, I'll tell you straight up. I'm at every home game, okay? Every single home game, I'll be there. And if you're at the stadium early enough in the stadium, right? FedEx Champion or the FedEx Club, or excuse me, the FedEx Great Hall, it sits right next to the team store, right? The official Steelers team store. Every time you come into the stadium on any home game, 90 minutes before kickoff, I will be on stage. You'll hear my mic, you'll hear my voice. And there's a ton of people over there, but we'll be doing live interviews with different Steelers legends, different Steelers Hall of Honor guys, Hall of Famers as well. So if you ever want to see me, and not just you, anybody that's listening to the show, I'm there every single time hosting interviews, man, officially in my work clothes too, all right? So if you're there, man, some of the chat has already been there, pulled up, take pictures. It's a great time, man. So like I said, man, if you get down there early enough, man, pull up on me, man, all right? I don't bite. I do like to have fun, though.
Seen you at Lake Road.
Yeah, I already know. See, I like to have a little fun, man. I like to have a little fun, all right? So that's what we're going to do it. But that's what I say, man, all right? So pull up, baby. Definitely pull up.
I'll see you there one of these days.
Let's go. Hey, look, I look forward to it as well, baby. Let's get it. But, man.
And our last thing, here we go, Steelers. Here we go.
Ooh, let's get it. Appreciate you as always, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Michael Hyrack right there, man. Showing a little love, pulling up, calling into the show. Always appreciate you for that, man. Like I said, we got time for one more call, man. We're going to get another call going on. X-Concept stalled me out. Don't do me like that, man. I'm not going to be in there. No Bills gear. I'm an official Steelers employee, okay? I'm a credentialed member. Game day, I got like different color codes on my little badge. I be feeling real important because I've never really worked at a place where I got to have like a badge. Okay, I worked at like home daycare. Shout out to my mom and pops. Then after that, it was I'm cleaning the daycare. All right, shout out to mom and pops. And then it was I worked at Circuit City. Okay, and we never had a badge. All right, never had a badge. So as an NFL player, you didn't punch in the clock to get in. You just show up. I never had to flash a badge. Now, when I show up on game days, I have a little credentialed badge with my little face up there. I'm like, has all these different little colors and letters. And I never knew what they meant until you're walking in on game day. And it's like, oh, to get over here, you got to have this. Bing. Okay, to get over, you got to have this. Bing. And I'm like, oh, so they kind of make me feel important. All right. I'm such a geek about it. I literally saved like my first one that I ever had last year. It was my first time I ever had like a credential. I still have like, I could see it. It's like right across the room from me. I'm that type of guy, okay? So, yeah, man. Even though I did 9 years, all these games, it's like, that is so cool to me that I got my actual badge and it actually like matters on game day, okay? So just throwing it out there, all right? So appreciate y'all for letting me selfishly talk about my little happiness, all right? But let's go, man. We got time for one more call. Oh, man. All right. We got people calling in. Let me call this one back. All right, let's go. Jeez Louise, I see ya. Let's get it. Okay, hello. I heard that right there. I know that's the homie James Skitka. Tell me it's the truth. Tell me it's you.
Yes, sir, Mr. Moats. Good talking to you.
Yes. How the heck have you been, man?
Been great. I just got exciting news. I'm going to the game. I'm local, here in Jersey.
Go. Already know. Let's go.
I want to know, is there truth to the myth that you're going to fly in yourself and attend the game? I know you do the home games there.
So not for this weekend, all right? I do like how your energy is, though. I peep with you on, man, because there were times where I was considering it. Trust me, and I do on occasion make away games, but not this time, all right? I am going to be at the Casa, all right? And largely because I'm calling these high school games right now. All right. Shout out to the Steelers. They put a lot of money behind these Steelers, like high school showcase games, but that books all my Fridays. So if I'm out late on these Fridays, I'm like, I definitely ain't traveling anywhere. So that's just me. Yeah. But shout out to you though, man. I know that game gonna be fire.
Yeah, I'm so excited, and just to see everybody together doing it and live and in person.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I won't be the only Steelers fan there.
Hey, listen, Steelers Nation gonna take over. We ain't tripping on none of that. The real question though is, do you already have your game day fit? You already know what you're wearing, your special jersey, shirt, like your towel, like which can you paint the picture for us real quick if you got time?
I got a new terrible towel. I thought, it's a new year, everybody's new.
Okay.
So I really I retired the old one, so I'm got that.
Let's go. I nothing wrong with bringing in the new vibes for the new era. And then you get that new Super Bowl championship with it too. I ain't tripping on that at all.
Yes, sir. Well, so Moats, what do you think? Briefly, of course, but do you think they're going to do good? Do you think they're going to win? I don't know anything about the Jets.
Yeah, so trust me, man. I'm going to deep dive in terms of the game preview tomorrow. But in terms of because I'm going to get into all of that, man, because there is a lot of nuance, man. But at the same time, man, there are some things that I think we are going to be able to take advantage of in a major way. So I'm going to give a lot of that tomorrow. But what I will say for, in terms of right now, man, the Jets, they do present some unique things just because of personnel, but more importantly, because of Justin Fields, the mobility at quarterback. When we had him last year, you saw how teams were struggling at times in those first 6 weeks to handle him because are you going to get the running version or is he a guy that's going to continue to show some development throwing the football? Those are the things that as a defender, they keep you up at night. And that's why the mobile quarterbacks are the new trend right now. You look around the league, the Lamar Jacksons, the Josh Allens of the world, right? Everybody's trying to find that dual threat dude. And Justin Fields is another one of those guys. He just unfortunately has been taking a little bit longer to fully develop at the position. And that's why you're seeing him kind of bounce around a little bit. But he's still going to be a challenge, man. But like I said, I will give a big deep dive on all of that though tomorrow, man, for sure. All right.
Okay, great. Hey, thanks so much, and God
bless.
But your name out in the middle lanes, even though you're not there.
Hey, but I appreciate you. Now I appreciate. But before you go, what's your season record prediction though? How many we getting them this year? How much you got for us this year?
I haven't really thought about it. I'm not trying not to jinx it, but I really think they're going to do much better, at least than last year. I hope.
Come on, man.
I definitely want to beat everybody in the playoffs.
Facts. Need playoff wins. Definitely need that.
I think I really do. I got a good feeling, and it's just exciting that everything's so new, and it's going to be really good. I'm feel positive vibes.
Let's go. I love that positive energy. So you make sure you keep that positive energy all weekend, and for sure. And that stadium comes Sunday, all right? But I appreciate you, James. Good go. Take some time, man.
Thanks so much, Moats.
Hey, man, appreciate you as well. All right. Peace. Let's get it, man. Always a blast, man. Talking to the homie James Skitka. Let's go. All right. I'm checking the clock. All right, I think I got time for like one quicker call. I got time. All right, I got some time. All right, we're going to get one more call in this thing real quick. All right, the digits to dial, 412-346-6955. Once again, 412-346-6955. All the digits to dial. All right, somebody's literally calling right now. You know what? I'm going to call you right now. I don't know who y'all, we're going to find out because you are dialing. I could see it. I synced it with my good eye.
The person you are trying to reach.
Well, guess they number went out of that boy. I literally just seen you call. That's crazy. The number just called. Okay. Now this one's calling it. Oh, you call from unknown number. I can't call you back. Play. All right. Okay, let me try this one then. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right. Let's see. Cause I know this one. If it's who I think it is, Is that who I think it is?
Well,
Is that peace to the gods?
peace to the guys
Huh?
in the earth.
Hey, talk
Peace,
that
peace.
talk. We got Rod Dollars in the building, aka Mr. Share-a-Line. What's the
What's
word with
going
you,
on?
man?
Not much potential now.
Nah, man, always appreciate you. Like I said, man, you one of the ones, man. You talk about dudes that tap in. Bro, you taps in, man. Grateful, super grateful for you,
Yeah,
man.
you know you
Really
my
do
guy,
appreciate
man.
you, man. For sure, I
Yeah.
appreciate you, man.
Shout out to Deep too, man. Tell me, man, he missed, man.
No, absolutely, man. For sure, man. The homie doing his thing, though, man. We like, yo, keep doing your thing, man. Stay on it, man. Stay
Yeah.
on it, man.
Yeah,
Heck
for sure,
yeah.
for sure. I support.
No, hey, respect on that, man. That's how it's supposed to be. Like I said, man, it's all love. You already know how we on, man. Heck yeah. But let's chop it up, baby. How you feeling? We got our first game of the season. Finally. We here now.
Yeah, we got the New
here.
York Jets.
What's up? How you
Hey,
feeling about the
it's
matchup?
AET.
Talk to me. Yeah.
For real, I think we gonna have it in the bag, but it's not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be a pretty win. It's not gonna be high scoring. It's not gonna be lighting up the scoreboard. It's gonna be 17-13 type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta get it out. Yeah.
Hey, this is what I do know though, and this is what, if I was a betting man, our defensive line is about to assault. And when I say assault,
I already know.
bro,
you know I know that old line, bro. I know that old line real well. We see them play. I see that old line twice. I watch it a lot. All right, I know that old line. I'm like,
yo, our D line is about to have, and that's what's gonna make it exciting as Steelers fans. Because real Steelers fans know that's still curtain. That's what we That's what we love.
That's what we do.
Defense. We care less about the points and stuff. But man, our defensive line is about to have a field day. And I said that Justin Fields is going to have to be Superman. For real. Is he playing? Is Justin Fields healthy? Is he playing?
Yeah, everything that I've seen. Obviously, we'll deep dive into the injury report and stuff like that this tomorrow to see what they say.
Yeah.
As I know now, the only person that's officially been ruled out has been Derek Harmon. And that was Coach T said that was it Monday, I think it was, or Tuesday, when he did his intro press conference for the week. He had said that. But other than that,
we good.
Yeah,
though,
I'm like, everybody else is supposed to be out there.
Yeah, we got Echo that can fill in for Derek Harmon. Logan Lee can fill in for Derek Harmon. Yeah, so we like I said, I'm not, and that's what's gonna make the game better for us. Our defensive line is gonna just be causing havoc out there. So, yeah, we got it though.
Now I gotta ask though, any concerns? Any concern for the matchup? Like you say, you got a Justin Fields, you got a Garrett Wilson, it's a Sauce Gardner over there. I mean, any concerns at any point? Just asking.
Yeah, the only concern, and I'm not even really concerned, is I'm gonna be paying attention to it though, is DK against Sauce. Let's see. Hey, that matchup
that's
right
5-star right there, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna be one to watch right
Stupid
there.
physical on top of it. That's gonna be one of the most physical matchups all game. Like where they try to kill each other. They're for sure trying to kill each other out here, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna be one to watch. Other than that, though, I think everybody should really manhandle the Jets on Sunday, man.
Let's go.
I really mean take it to them for real.
Let's
defensively.
go.
Now, offensively, I don't know what we gonna do. That's still a question mark. That's why I'm not saying we're gonna score a lot of points. But defense, the Jets shouldn't score more than 13.
Yeah,
and we gonna spot them the first 3.
You know we always good for that. They come out the gate, like, how they just move up the field so fast like that? And then from there, then we turn into the steel curtain. We got Joe Green back out there. Give me like, all right, now where was y'all just a series ago? What happened? How did that happen, man? Oh. Yeah, so hopefully we don't have to endure too much more of that. All right, hopefully they start fast. We say start fast, man. Start fast. Don't spot them nothing. Start fast. Jeez.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, so we feeling confident about week 1. You're loving the D line. Got some concerns about offense as a whole, which we understand. Well, you know what that brings us to? Season predictions.
Oh,
Tell me something good.
Down.
Where we at?
I'm not at home right now, so I usually have it wrote down. I'm not at home, but I do remember the record though that I predicted, and it's 11-6.
Okay, I like that. Let's go.
I put it in the chat. 11-6. I'm like I said, I'm not at home to look at what I
like who you had as losing to and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I do got to finish. And this is what I do remember that I wrote down. 11-6. We taking the L in the divisional round though, but we made it there.
Respect.
We made it there.
Respect.
Yeah.
Hey, look, the fact that you got us at least getting a playoff win is a huge step in the right direction.
Yeah.
The amount of confidence and trust you have. Oh man, look. We believe. All right. We say this is faith. All right. You can't always see it, but you know it's there. Okay. We can't see it. It's been a while, but we believe. It's way more fun that way. All right. So shout out to the believers. But yeah, it's gonna be one of the ones, man. I can't wait, Rod. I can't wait. Oh. Yeah. But like I said, man, you know we're gonna be coming hard, man.
Healthy, man.
No, seriously. If we could keep the health part right, man, I think everything else goes the way that we need it to go. But health is obviously going to be at the forefront of it, man. And with us having a little bit more of I'll call it a seasoned group. We don't want to call us older. We're just seasoned.
Right.
You know, we got a lot of experience out there. We're going to stay healthy, okay? Yeah. Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Hey, but before we get off the phone, though, how you feeling about that Canelo and Crawford, man?
Hold on, say it again. You said Bud and Crawford. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Listen, dude, listen. I want to see this fight and I don't want to see it at the same time because as much as I love Bud and I think Bud is a bad dude.
Hey, it's Bud versus the world over here.
Bro, you know this, but his weight class is for a reason and Canelo punches, bro. That's my
okay.
So this is my thing. So I'll say this. I have Bud winning. Okay. Bud is always going to be, I'm always in Bud's corner. I'm always picking Bud to win. That's how it always is for me. I love Bud.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But in terms of my confidence level, this is probably the first fight since Earl Spence. Because Spence was also primetime must see, but we saw how that fight turned out. And it was like, wow, okay. Right. So that's what made me feel like, all right, man, when I ain't tripping on nothing at all. Canelo though is just a larger, stronger. It's Canelo, baby. Like you know Canelo, you feel me? So I'm like, I think though Bud skill wise, he should get him. I think Bud skill wise is fine. My concern is can he? My concern is going to be can he handle what Canelo is going to send to him? Because you know Canelo ain't running. Canelo ain't running.
You said the same thing I was saying. When I was talking to my pops about it, I said, I got Canelo knocking him down early in the fight, but after that, he's just gonna beat him. He's just gonna beat him off a straight skill.
Low key. Andre Ward versus Kelly, was it Pavlik? I think that's what it was, man. When Kelly put him down early on. Yep. And then from there, Andre started coming back like a son of a gun to get the dub. I see it like that if he has to go down. I pray he don't because I'm just like, yo, it's Bud. I don't want to see him drop. To say why I never seen Floyd drop. I don't want to see Bud drop. But I'm like, bro, if it could happen, I'm like, anything could happen.
I didn't see him hit the ground a couple times, man. It didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm just like, I haven't seen it. Yo, I'm like, So that's the part I'm like, you know, it could for sure happen. I remember being almost in tears when Shane Mosley bopped my man Mayweather. He just rocked for it. Was like, hey, now, wait,
man.
Hey, bro, stop, bro.
Stop being my favorite fighter.
Hey, what? Who's over here like, if you don't punch his nose clean off his face, punch his nose off his face. I don't punch his nose.
Favorite fighter.
Swear, bro.
Right there.
Swear, man. Absolutely, man.
But yes.
Man, let's go, dude. We could do this all day, man. You already know. But appreciate you as always, man. Appreciate the heck out you, man.
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to the chat too, man. Shout out to the chat.
Let's go, man. Y'all heard the homie right there. So, like I said, man, appreciate you, man. We'll spin the block like always, but you already know what it is, baby. Peace.
Yes, sir. Here we go, Steelers.
There it is. Shout out to the homie Rod Dollars, man. Let's go. Always a blast when we get a chance to talk to Rod, man. Obviously, like I said, man, one of the dudes has been supporting the channel for years, man. Been around for a while. True OG for the channel, man. So, like I said, always good to catch up with him, man. But as I looked down at the clock, I was like, oh, it's 7:49. Yeah, go ahead to hit the conclusion of said calls, okay? But hopefully y'all enjoyed the calls, and if you did, hit the like button, and of course, subscribe if you are new to the channel, because this is something that I am going to be implementing more and more of. All right, my goal is to try to have these done on Wednesdays predominantly, because we know a couple of things. This is like our in-between show, man. We kind of got some space in between. We know Thursdays are usually going to be booked up, full up, right? Not this week, but starting next week, we'll be having Steeler guests on, right? So it'll be Steeler guests. We'll talk to Tanisha as well on that in that 5:30 time frame. So we're gonna be pretty booked up on Thursdays. We know on Mondays we got action, right? That's the post game reaction. We getting after. We cutting it up, all right? So we got a lot that's going on, man. You'll see Mark Bergen and company as well, man. All right. So Wednesdays, though, I'm like, I think Wednesday might be that phone time, man. All right. I'm leaning on that. Okay. So shout out to y'all, though, man. I do, like I said, appreciate every one of y'all that called in, man. Like I said, let me start the homies: Aaron Grant, Michael Hyrack, James Skitka, and the homie Rod Dollars, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. But let me see. I think that is everything that we had on today's docket. So all things considered, what was kind of chaotic pre-show, that included the DMV, but shout out to the homie Dream. Got a chance to see, well, he saw me. I didn't get to see Dream, but I appreciate you in the love. All right. And you pulling up to the chat after seeing us at the DMV for that long time. All right. So respect to everybody on that. And I do see the homie David Decker said he just got home from soccer. So salute to you on that, man. Let's go. Let's go. And I do see y'all Hannibal, VA, Ryan McPherson. As much as I would want to open these phone lines back up, I just know I got to get ready to roll. Largely because I didn't eat at all. And yeah, man, I got to get some dinner on my system, man. All right. It's about to be 8 o'clock and I literally ate all day. I was like, yo, I ain't fasting. All right. I ain't on that. It was just the DMV. Okay. The DMV. It's been a day. It's been a day, but we here. So I'm going to go eat. So that way, I don't fall out while I'm streaming and stuff like that. Cause that wouldn't be cool. And I don't want to be chewing and eating on the stream because wifey made lasagna. I like lasagna. It's like one of my favorites. Okay. So I can eat the lasagna. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. But hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the calls and all the different topics that we talked about today. If you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, man, we back out here tomorrow, man. We will be having even more fun when Tanisha joins us as well. But wherever y'all are at, stay safe, man. Keep being great at life. And as always, remember this. You know. Until next time, baby. Peace. You